breathing the cool air of the 2 a.m. streets, a distant hum of the sleeping city below, shadows stretching out across the empty pavement. We are just ghosts fading into the neon glow. The street light flickers in a rhythm of its own. I trace the dashboard while I'm driving all alone. The skyline bleeds a purple hue into the black. I leave the noise behind, I'm never looking back. A heavy bassline thumping softly through the floor. I pass the closed up cafes and the corner store. The world is quiet, wrapped inside a silver chill. Time slows right down, the rushing wind is standing still. And frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting into gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The vinyl crackles like a fire in my mind. I search for pieces of the dream I left behind. The amber glow of traffic signals blinking red. A million unspoken words are swimming in my head. The electric piano plays a lonely velvet chord. The solitude is everything I'm moving toward. The glass is cool against the fever of my skin. I open up the window, let the midnight in. The frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting in the gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The kick drum fades and leaves me drifting out to sea. Just whisper melodies between the night and me. I surrender to the space where all the time suspends, where the broken pavement shatters and the skyline ends. Wash right over me, a tidal wave of standing stillness. Here all these days invisible in a corner store. slowly fading into dust. A quiet whisper in the night I finally trust, melting away into the velvet midnight black. Just shadows now, and there is no way back.
Stretch across the empty room. We are floating in the velvet dark. Wait for the rhythm to pull us under. I watch the headlights paint the window pane, golden rivers washing down the street. The world outside is dissolving in the rain, while we get tangled in the steady beat. Time is moving like a heavy tide, pulling the secrets from the atmosphere. There is nowhere left for us to hide, but I have never felt so weightless here. Waves of shit, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. Smoke is curling through the purple light, a quiet haze against the spinning fan. We surrender to the edge of night, drawing the map without a master plan. Echoes are bouncing off the painted wall, lounge keys ringing like a distant bell. I'm still willing to embrace the fall, under the magic of this midnight spell. Picture shit, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. The kick drum fades and the air stands still. Voices are drifting from a distant hill, seem to slow and swell like a rising sea. washing the gravity right out of me. Floated suspended in the ambient space before the rhythm pulls us back to grace. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. Baseline whispers and begins to fade, rest in the shadows that the music made. We are just echoes in the silent dark, a lingering frequency, a glowing spark. Glowing spark.
Faint signals pulse through the silent atmosphere. I can feel the current waking up beneath my feet. We are completely weightless in the dark. Shadows stretch across The city breezing and it rolls, a quiet hum beneath the streets. We are just shadows waiting for the spark. Let the night take over. The streetlights paint your face in gold, while silver rain begins to fall. I watch the midnight slowly unfold and listen to the silence call. We are tracing lines across the glass, a quiet escape from the noise of the day, watching the lonely headlights pass, letting the heavy world wash away. The frequency is dropping low, I feel it in the undertow. The rhythm catches in my chest, there is no need for us to rest. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, with nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally come alive. The room is spinning soft and slow, your silhouette is framed in blue, a secret world that no one knows, created just for me and you. The static fades into the beat, the concrete jungle disappears. We find our rhythm in the street and leave behind our waking fears. The frequency is dropping low, I feel it in the undertow. The rhythm catches in my chest, there is no need for us to rest. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally come alive. Time is an illusion when the tempo slows, caught inside a dream where only magic grows. Suspended in the air, a breathless harmony. The universe is playing just for you and me. Close your eyes and let the colors bleed. It's the electronic pulse is all we need. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, with nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally come alive. Fading into the indigo, just a whisper in the velvet shadow. Keep breathing slow, let it go. Soft neon bleeding through the upper skin fog. The bass begins to tremble deeply underfoot. Close your eyes, let the frequency take over. We are nothing but shadows. heavy floor falls away. Time is suspended. Every fractured piece of us is finally mended. We are just currents of electric air, breathing in the static, nothing to repair. Wait for the warmth of the rising chord before we plunge back to the heavy is fading back into the morning gray. The synthesizer washes everything away. Just a breathless whisper lingering in the mind. Leave the echoes in the dark behind. The city sleeps, but the rhythm breathes. Exhale the daylight, let the shadows bleed. We are drifting on a midnight velvet sea. Close your eyes, just follow me. Streetlights blur into golden lines across the glass. Watching all the tired faces slowly fading past. I can feel the heavy air finally starting to clear. There is nothing but the frequency that we can hear. The bass is humming beneath the soles of my shoes, washing away the static and the evening blues. Every heartbeat aligns with the muted kick drum. This is the sanctuary where the night becomes numb. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Headlights cut through the mist of the avenue, painting the pavement in a quiet shade of blue. The electric piano echoes through the empty street, synchronized with every breath and every single beat. I let my shoulders drop and release the heavy weight, surrender into the magic of this altered state. We are ghosts in the machine, running on the breeze, finding all our comfort in these lower frequencies. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. atmosphere expand. We are drifting far away to an unseen land. Sink into the midnight veil, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Where moon fades into a whisper in the dark, leaving just the glowing embers of a spark. Drift away into the endless deep. Midnight velvet softly rocking us to sleep. Breathing in the heavy electric atmosphere, a distant hum beneath the skin of the sleeping city, waiting for the unseen frequency to finally catch. We are just quiet shadows drifting in the velvet night. The concrete veins are empty, the silver moon is low. I watch the ember street lights painting where we go. A steady rhythm beating beneath the quiet cold. We leave the world behind us, letting none unfold. The dashboard softly glowing, a beacon in the black. We pass the final city line, we are not turning back. I feel the every baseline vibrating through the floor. An ocean made of starlight is waiting at the door. The current pulls us under, the frequencies align. The static starts to shatter across the borderline. I hear your whispered secret echoing in my mind. The dark is disappearing, leaving the past behind. We are following the signals in the dark. We are chasing every solitary spark. Let the melody wash over every fear. Everything is perfect while we are standing here. We are following the signals in the dark, tracing the horizon, leaving our mark. Caught inside the rhythm, elevated free. You are the only gravity holding on to me. The neon signs are fading into a distant blur. The engine is a heartbeat, a low and steady purr. I see the constellations reflected in your eyes, a mirror of the universe, a vast and endless prize. We navigate the silence, we synchronize the breath, defying every boundary, escaping underneath. The series signs are shatters, a ripple in the air. We drift into the atmosphere, floating without a care. The current pulls us under, the frequencies align. The static starts to shatter across the borderline. to the sings and the chill of the night, drifting away, disappearing from sight. Breathing in the heavy midnight air, watching the city lights blur and fade, a silent rhythm waking in the deep. We leave the waking world and slip away. The pavement hums beneath my restless feet, a steady tremor moving down the street. I feel the shadows wrapping around my skin. This is the moment where the dreams begin. We lift the heavy weight of yesterday, lost in the frequency we float away. The amber glow of street lamps rushing by, reflecting constellations in your eyes. Feel the temperature start to rise, electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a push, circular motion. Meet me out on the velvet horizon. Don't ever look back, just let it all go. The world is spinning in a slower frame. I hear the echoes calling out my name. A sudden rush of warmth against the cold, a secret story waiting to be told. The glass and concrete melt into the dark, leaving a brilliant shimmering spark. We navigate the spaces in between and wake inside a lucid painted dream. Neon, the temperature start to rise, electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a perfectly circular motion. The city sleeps, but the wires are humming. A violet haze settles over the skyline. I can feel the floorboards breathing with the bass. Close your eyes and let the shadow take you. Streetlights flicker in a broken rhythm, painting silver lines across the empty room. I watch the headlights fading in the distance, swept away inside the quiet velvet gloom. There is a secret in the way the air is moving, a heavy warmth that wraps around the chilling breeze. I leave my worries at the threshold, oh, the doorway, and let the midnight draw me softly to my knees. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander through the town. The frequency is climbing up my spine. I leave the waking world so far behind, caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy beat hearts forget the way to weep. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and washing every broken part of me. Caught in the neon currents, floating far beneath the static of a soulless earth. We use our shadows in the indigo, just ride the rhythm and let it all go. The glass is cooling on the edge of my table. Condensation dripping down into the dark. I trace the patterns of the smoke up to the ceiling and watch it scatter like a solitary spark. No need for speaking when the groove is softly guiding. The heavy sub is speaking languages we know. Through empty avenues our consciousness is gliding, illuminated by the unending glow. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander slows down to a steady crawl. Oh, welcome to the velvet hour. The city sleeps, but we are waking up. Shadows stretch across the empty room. I pour a little silence in my cup, waiting for the bass to break the gloom. Headlights paint a rhythm on the wall. Golden ribbons dancing in the dark. I am leaning close to hear you call. A solitary whisper is the spark. Colors blurring as we start to drift. Caught inside the gravity we shift. I can feel the temperature rise. Looking at the secrets in your eyes. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and endless sea. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Lose yourself inside the slow delay. Blooming like a solitary flower. Dance until the darkness fades away. Footsteps echo on the lonely street. But in here the world is made of sound. Moving to the tempo of our heartbeat. Our feet are barely touching on the ground. Colored souls are wrapping around my skin. Drawing constellations in the air. I do not know where my thoughts begin. Suddenly there is magic everywhere. Colors blurring as we start to drift. Caught inside the gravity we shift. I can feel the temperature rise. Looking at the secrets in your eyes. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and endless sea. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Lose yourself inside the slow delay. Blooming like a solitary flower. Dance until the darkness fades away. Suspended in a breath of violet light. The melody is rushing through my veins. We leave the heavy world behind tonight. Only this hypnotic pulse remains. Higher than the clouds above the gray. Watch the physical dissolve away. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Let the heavy waves wash over me. Surrendering to the midnight power. Floating on a deep and endless sea. We are sinking in the velvet hour. Lose yourself inside the slow delay. Blooming like a solitary flower. Dancing till the darkness fades to day. Drifting down into the quiet blue. Nothing left but echoes in the air. Losing myself just to find it all in you. Fading out into the midnight where we disappear. drifting through the midnight haze, echoes falling down like silver rain. Can you feel the pulse begin to rise? We are waking up inside the sound. The city sleeps beneath a blanket of cold glass, but down below the pavement, shadows start to pass. I feel the heavy rhythm vibrating through my spine, a secret frequency that leaves the world behind. Your silhouette is painted in ultraviolet glow. We shed the heavy armor that we used to know. A whisper in the static, calling out my name. We step into the current. We are not the same. The gravity is breaking and slipping from my skin. A rush of warm electric light is rushing in, and higher the atmosphere ignites. Hold your breath, we are taking off tonight. Welcome to the luminous escape, where every broken piece begins to take a shape. We're riding on a wave of pure design, leaving all the shadows and the hurt behind. Feel the rush of color blinding out the ray. The haze of it wash it all away. Welcome to the luminous escape in this infinite horizon. We are wide awake. The room is spinning slowly in a quiet trance. A million floating dust specks caught inside the dance. You reach across the empty space and take my hand. We travel to the edges of a glowing land. The baseline is a river running through the dark. It carries every secret, hired and hard. No need for any words when we are flying free. Just the syncopation connecting you and me. The petty is breaking, slipping from my skin. A rush of warm electric light is rushing in. Higher and higher the atmosphere ignites. Hold your breath, we are taking off tonight. Welcome to the luminous escape, where every broken piece begins to take a shape. We are riding on a wave of pure design, leaving all the shadows and the hurt behind. Feel the rush of color blinding out the gray. The heavy heartbeat wash it all away. Welcome to the luminous escape in this infinite rise. We are wide awake. Time is an illusion, melting in the veins. Rest inside the beauty, every high is pain. Can you see the fragments coming into view? Everything I ever wanted leads me back to you. Fading in the silence right before the drop. This is the eternal moment, it will never stop.